This letter confirms that you are retaining John Deaton and the Deaton Law Firm to represent you in connection with the Linqto class action litigation and related bankruptcy court proceedings. Fee agreement. You will not be charged any attorney's fees or costs for this representation. John Deaton agrees to represent you on a pro bono basis. You will not be responsible for any legal fees or litigation costs associated with this matter, regardless of the outcome. This is an update on the Linqto Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing. I'm here to tell you that I support John Deaton. I'm here to tell you that I appreciate what John Deaton is doing, and I also believe that he will win. And he has put together a class action lawsuit against Linqto. I believe he's 2 or 3. I will show you screenshots in a moment because I'm going to tell you where to. I'm here to share with you. If you don't know what's going on and you invested in Linqto, and some people have commented on the videos I have uploaded since this has started, at least a handful, saying that they invested on the platform too. There was an opportunity at one point that someone like me was able to take a minimum of $1,000 and buy some shares of Ripple. And I did get sucked into the FOMO. I did get sucked in a bit that I didn't want to miss an opportunity, but I also am a true believer in the utility purpose of XRP. So for someone like me to be able to own 10 shares. I only bought 10 shares of Ripple. I felt that, I didn't need more than that. I just wanted to be a part of it. And I also believed that one day when Ripple goes IPO, and I still believe this, one day, it will be the largest IPO ever because of the utility that Ripple's XRP token, cryptocurrency, offers the entire financial system that will be used by all financial institutions and then some. I believe it's more deeper than that. So for someone like me to own just a little piece, and I was inexperienced, I was ignorant, and I should have never been allowed to invest on that platform. So to the handful of people that follow me and they were taken too, I'm going to share a lot of information right here that might help you. And I'm going to sign the paperwork and I'm going to show you where to go that you can receive what I received today, the letter to print out and sign, because I'm a part of it. I believe John Deaton will win, and I believe eventually I will receive my money back. And there is a probability that if there is an unrealized gain in value with the money I invested on Linqto, I might get that back too. But if not, at least I'll get my money back. And that goes the same for you. So here we go. First thing you should do is go to x.com, John E. Deaton. Make sure that it's verified, the verification sign. And right here, you'll see Linqto class action bankruptcy case. Click on that and take it from there. Today, I received this letter. This is the one I will be printing out and emailing back. At the Zach Rector YouTube channel last Friday, he interviewed John Deaton, digital asset investor. These are digital asset investor, that's his YouTube channel name, and digital perspectives.
John, to start off with you, can you update on the motion that you filed today in the Bill Saris case that you have brought against him in the Southern District of New York?
Sure. And I did two things this week, and there's two parallel tracks. There's the bankruptcy case itself. I filed a motion on that Tuesday, which I can describe, basically arguing for a constructive trust. I'll explain it in a second. But last night, the motion you're talking about is I responded to a motion. I sued Bill Saris for fraud on behalf of Linqto customers. I've stated that I'm going to not charge attorney's fees, no matter how much work I put in this case. If I try at the verdict and spend hundreds of hours preparing, I won't take a fee. And if there's a settlement, so that all the funds go to Linqto customers to try to make them whole in any way possible. Bill Saris's lawyers, his first move was not to say he didn't commit fraud, not to say that, hey, I take responsibility, is I want Deaton off the case. Might sound familiar. In the SEC, Jorge Tenrero in the SEC filed a motion, get this Deaton guy out of the case. And Bill Saris, was some kind of fairy dust must have hit him because he ignored all our conversations. He claimed I was his attorney, that I was working for free for him too, because he was trying to get me on the board. And we don't have the time to get into it. It's on crypto law. I encourage everyone to read it. But Bill Saris's claim was that, hey, I reached out to Deaton and asked him for legal advice and legal work, and I offered to pay him, and he didn't take any payment, and he sent me a draft complaint of something, and he was my lawyer, and I thought the relation, it was confidential, and now he's suing me, throw him off the case. And that's all bullshit. 100%, and I proved it. I proved it with 15 exhibits that I attached to the motion, because in March, Bill Saris reached out to me and he said, John, I got a big problem. I need you to come onto the Linqto board. I want to get you and Linda P. Jones on the Linqto board. There's this new CEO. I hired him because I was going to retire, and he is going to steal everybody's money. And he's going to steal customer assets, and he's going to drive Linqto into bankruptcy. I need you on the board.
I am confident that I'll get my money back. And you never know. There is a probability that I will receive unrealized gains, because when I thought I owned the Ripple shares through Linqto, I wanted to let Ripple buy the shares back for me. They called them units. Anyway, I could get more deeper into it. I'm not as ignorant as I used to be. I'm more educated financially. That I was like, yeah, you know what? I would rather just let them have them for $175. There's a chance that someone like me can receive the profit if he wins that way. You have to understand these men. I knew somebody was going to do something in my heart. It was just a matter of time of waiting. Someone like me can't do anything. I could be a part of it. I can support. I can help get the word out. I could sign that piece of paper and say, of course I support this person. John Deaton is the man who gave average people like myself, a retail investor, the opportunity to buy something so valuable, because he sued the SEC when they were claiming that XRP was a security. So someone like him I'm going to support. These men, he has $500,000. I will include the link in the description below to that video, that interview. I listened to it 3 times, and each time I listened to it, something more sank in. He has invested, maybe not all in Ripple, $500,000 on the Linqto platform. And even goes more deeper than that. At the end of the video, he discusses how people invested in Linqto. And I remember they were claiming they were going to go IPO. Well, imagine people who had, $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 or more invested in Linqto because they thought they were going to go IPO. And they're gone. And they file for a Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing. It's cruel. Like, these people thought they were just going to walk away with people's money. And when you watch the video, you listen very carefully. I'm going to listen to it again. That Soros, I'm not saying his name right, the Soros, S-A-R-R-I-S, they were going to do arbitrage on the secondary market. Now, I looked into the secondary market just out of curiosity what that was about. And he was going to take the profit, but it's really not a profit. He was using investors' money. That's why he was able to do that, or he was going to. Listen to the video because John Deaton breaks it all down. I mean, there's a lot of suing going on, and he's going to win, win, win. You watch. He's going to prove them wrong, prove they were dishonest, just money hungry, thought they were going to get away with it. I believe he's going to win. And I believe that's why he's going to put the time into it. That man has a lot to lose. And so do like those other two people in the video. Oh, I can't remember the other guy's name. The digital asset investor name. And you have digital perspectives. You know, one had $350,000 and the other guy, DAI, had close to 500,000. They have. What do you think, they're just going to let that go away and go, okay, we made a bad gamble? I mean, for someone like me, it was $1,000. I took a chance. I was like, God, I can't believe they allowed me to do that. I was floored. But then I learned I should have never been allowed to do it. Anyway, video got long fast. I will include the link to this interview in the description below. Check out Zach Rector. Check out Digital Asset Investor. Check out Digital Perspectives. This is John Deaton's YouTube, one of his many YouTube channels, Crypto Law TV. Then, if you go to crypto-law.us, you can find a lot more information here too. And here's the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit dropped. Yay, it's dropped. And it's over. You want to learn more about it? Go read the article. What's this?
Gonna pick it up from here with everything going on for XRP. So just had to get that out of the way. Let's get to some XRP hype, baby. What are you talking about here? Stu Dauderati. Following the commission's vote today, the SEC and Ripple formally filed directly with the Second Circuit to dismiss their appeals. The end, and now back to business. So the parties have filed a joint dismissal of the appeals, just like we said they would. We said it was going to come before the schedule update that was due next week on August 15th. It has been delivered yesterday. The commission voted on it yesterday. The parties both submitted it. This case is over. It is done.